Welcome back to Excel Daily Dose Advanced Functions Day 4 AverageIF. Now, very similar to what we learned in SumIf, CountIf. Now, if you would like to take an average of numbers meeting certain criteria, the only best formula available is AverageIF, right? Um, Now, take an example here. I have got Virat Kohli scores on my left hand side, and I got venue where he was played. These are not the actual number. I've just taken some numbers for the reference only. The objective is to calculate average marks scored by Virat Kohli in Sydney only. I don't want to know what is Melbourne, but just in Sydney, what is the average marks? Not the sum, not the count, only average, right? Let's begin this. We begin with equals and yes, take the average if function. Again, very similar to our SumIf, requires three arguments. Number one is the range where the criteria lies, which is Sydney is the criteria. So range where criteria lies here, and the criteria itself is Sydney. Sidney. Remember, this is not case sensitive. You're okay even if you give an uppercase, it still work. Okay, comma, and the average range. Where are the numbers located? Average number, right? And then close the bracket. Closing bracket is optional. Even if you don't close it and press enter, Excel will automatically close it itself, right? And here we see 70 is the average number in Sydney. Let us just evaluate and check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 items which were played in Sydney, 4 matches, and average of this comes out to be 70. Perfect. So our formula working perfectly. Now let me also show you with the help of cell reference. Now this time I'll show for the Melbourne. Right, the range where the Melbourne city located is here, chosen B6 to B14, and criteria, say I'll choose this cell where I put the criteria, and where my average range lies is here, right? It says nothing, that's not giving an error, just because I don't have anything here in this cell. There we go, 68.8. Referencing a cell is much more better than using them in the text string, because if I would like to quickly know what is there in Sydney, I can just change the cell value and you get the answer, right? So get used to referencing cells always, right? So, and also let me tell you some important concept when it comes to formula. Locking cells, what is it? Let me show you this example. I have copied this and pasted here. So copied the same cell and pasted here. So the formula gets copied. But do you see the range automatically shifting down one cell because I shifted one cell here? Okay, let me show. I shift down 1, 2, 3, 4. And now if I see, the range also shifted by 1, 2, 3, 4 cells towards down. Not only the range, also the criteria has shifted from here to here by 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So now if you do not want this to happen and you would like the cell to be fixed, to be locked to whatever you have chosen, you just have, it's very simple how can we achieve this? All you got to do, remember a function key F4, the function key 4. If you press this key while selecting the range, this will be locked like this. Let me demonstrate this for you. It is average if, and this is the range I'm selecting. After selecting the range, just press F4. So you see a dollar symbol appearing in between this number and the column name. That means this range is locked. Now same thing we can do for the criteria. Select it and then press F4. And finally the average range where the numbers are located. Again F4. Saved. Now see, even if I copy and paste it wherever, the range will remain there, the criteria will remain there. This is very much advanced. This is something that you must know when to lock, when not to lock, right? So as we progress in our video series, I'll be teaching you more tips on writing formula, and when to log, when to not to log. So stay tuned with our channel Learn and Earn YouTube and myself Dayanand. And that's it for today, day 4, average if. Take care, happy learning.